We're talking with Jack Waitz. Jack Waitz, here in Holland. What's the reason of your being here?
Well, I had the pleasure of having Honoré Hott coming to Norway a few weeks ago to talk to Norwegian coaches about the Dutch system. And of course, Gerard Neighbor has been a good friend for many years, and he has mentioned for me several times that he would like me to come to Holland and talk about my wife's training. And yesterday we had a very nice gathering with the coaches and athletes in connection with the regional team that was formed yesterday with Seven Hills Race. So that's the occasion for me to be here, and I'm looking forward to see the race today.
Of course, we know you as the husband of a famous marathon runner. Last year he passed away, Grete Waitz. Is this what you're doing here also for her? What she's training? Will you give that away to other talents?
Yes, that's some of the reason why I'm here, and some of our training will now be published in a few magazines and scientific magazines, and I think it will be interesting for people to see how she was training. She was a little different marathon runner. She raced a lot of races, and I think it will be good to have some of these things published. So I think it will be interesting.
You talked about the Dutch system. What's for you the Dutch system?
Well, we are in Norway. We still don't have full-time coaches, so that's some of the things that we would like to try to organize in Norway. We have good coaches, but everybody is working more or less as part-time coaches, and none is employed by the federation for the moment. And so it was interesting for us to hear about what's going on here in Holland.
The Dutch athletes as an example for Norwegian runners.
Yeah, I think so in many cases. And you know, we are small countries, all of us. So I would like to maybe join forces with some countries that we can exchange knowledge and also training. So we have been talking about that. And I met a lot of coaches yesterday. I started to coach again last year. And I have now 7 or 8 athletes that I work with. And it would be nice if we could combine some of our knowledge.
On our website, hardloopnieuws.nl, we write a lot about Norwegian running, Scandinavian running. How popular is running there?
It's coming back now. We had a few years where running was almost non-existing, and the races are now getting big again, and we see some talents are coming. So we are looking for the future now. That it looks like we should come back again. We have some good talents.
We talked about running, training. Do you still have a profession as a coach?
Well, it's more or less like a hobby, to put it that way. I have the opportunity to spend a lot of time coaching, and I would like to pay back to the sport and also to my team, my club Vidar, which I've been a member of for 57 years. And I met my wife there, and it's sort of a personal thing for me to be back coaching, and I'll try. It's interesting to work with some young girls again, and hopefully I can bring them forward and be decent runners.
What kind of runners are you coaching? Do we know the names?
Probably not, but I have one girl running today in Torino, running a first marathon. Tony Almarsen, she was Norwegian champion this year in the 3,000 and 10,000 meter, and I hope she can do well. I'm a little nervous about the race today because she's pretty close to finishing for the moment.
Okay, now you're looking at the 15K here in Nijmegen. Was this a running you know about?
Oh yes, it's a famous race, and of course I know it's a very fast course, even with the hills. And 15K is not a race that I run too often. I know several races from the US. My wife ran a lot of 15Ks there, but she never raced here in Holland, the 15K. And it has a good history, and they always bring good runners here, so I'm looking forward to see that today.
I think you were this year in New York. It's still a special place for you.
Very special place, and I also have my wife and another person founded a foundation for cancer, and we bring runners to New York with the foundation, and It is still, of course, very special. I've been there every year since 1978. I was supposed to run this year. I ran last year for the first time in 17 years. And I will definitely be back next year.
How is that? Every time when people see you, they talk about your wife. How is that?
It's nice because I know that she has left a lot of good things, and I meet people all over the world that have very special memories for her, and I know she has inspired a lot of women running. We had for 20 years a Greater Waitz race in Oslo. We started very modest, and at the top peak we had 47,000 women running in that race, and so it's nice for me to see that her legacy is still there.
Jack Waits, very thankful to see you, to hear you. A lot of success.
Thank you very much, and I enjoy your website. Thank you.